Hello guys, how are you today? It's Sean for 82. I said I was going to do something special for you, and I have done. Now I've been working on this for a long time, and I finally have done it. I have finally done a football team with all the doctors that I can find, plus some extras. So this is the team. So Patrick Trowen is Patrick Ferreira, manager of Newcastle City, playing as Doctor Doctors United's manager. Matt Smith, as in Matt Smith as we know him, playing as Matt Smith in centre forward for Leeds, as he has played for Leeds and he's played good league. David Tennant is being played by David Beckham, midfielder Man United. William, as in William Hartnell for midfielder, Chelsea. I know I probably can't make this team, but I've made this team anyways. We've got Tom Cruise. Now, Tom Cruise is a player from Torquay Town. These players I found, and these players have the most scored goals. So this should be fine. Tom Baker, Tom Cruise, for centre back. John Burton for John Hurt, Derby County, right back. Colin Cameron for Colin Baker, midfielder from Heart of Manhattan. I think it's a Scottish team if I can remember. Peter Peter Davison, goalkeeper. Harford, I can't pronounce that team, but that's another Scottish player. We have Christopher Samba, Christopher Eggerson, left back, Blackburn Rovers. We have Paul McGool, and I think this is another Scottish player, striker for Plymouth Argyle. Steve Inbong. We have here Sylvester McCoy, midfielder, FC Midland. Peter Crouch, another striker for Peter Capoli, from Stoke City. Now, this is basically, guys, this whole team is basically my first 11, as we have a 3-4-3, if you can see right here. It's basically my trying to make a football team out of Man United out of doctors. So with their first name, I can't do the full name as I could do with Matt Smith because there's a football player called Matt Smith, but I couldn't. So it's basically their first names and me making a football team out of that. Richard Johnson as Richard E. Grant, as he was in the Scream of Strelka, if you haven't watched that one. He's a midfielder, centre midfielder for Watford, and he scored the most goals from there. John Swan, John Pertwee, striker for Gateshead. Peter Sullivan for Peter Cushing, goalkeeper for Leicester City. Richard Norrie, Richard Hunter, who was the first Doctor in the Five Doctors, who we didn't know, centre back for Ipswich Town. This is my subs. David Platt for David Burney, if I can pronounce his name. He was in An Adventure in Time and Space. He's a midfielder for Crew Alexandra. Reserves: Jim Hilton, Jim Burton, striker for Heart of Melton. Now, he was actually, Jim is actually someone from other Shooting Star. I think he's from Shooting Star. Clive Walker, Clive Dunn, striker for Chelsea. He's a real old one. Clive Dunn is, of course, Don't Panic, Mr. Manring, but he did a sketch for the First Doctor where he was very funny. Hugh Grant, who plays as Grant Hall, centre back, Blackpool. He is basically the guy, one of the doctors from The Fatal Death. I did get a bit hard. It got a bit hard. So I had to get players who actually played the Doctor. Fester Forrest and Fester Hines. Fraser Hines and Fester Forrest. Fraser Forrest. Can't say that. Sorry, guys. goalkeeper who played for Celtic now. Goalkeepers, of course, I didn't match on that. So, yeah. We have William, because if you didn't know, he played a lot of the second Doctor voices. William Francis Civil, William Russell, midfielder, Quanta, that's like a Spanish team. I couldn't really do anything about that. But William Russell has played a lot of first Doctor voices here, guys. So that's why he's in the team. Nicholas Alca plays for Chelsea. I know him. Nicholas Briggs, who've of course done a lot of first Doctors. He's done a lot of Doctors voices. He had to for the audio sometimes. He's a striker. We've got him there. We've got Bob Scott, Bob Monta, who's actually been in. If you don't know, it's called Star Shooting. It was this little thing they had in 1996, a little show. Got him there in defence. Crew Alexander, Vic Melby, Vic Reeves is the play. It's not the play. It's the actor who's in Shooting Stars. He got really desperate, so I had to add him in. Sheffield Wednesday. David Banks is the. Now this is a theatre. He was on a theatre show. Now don't ask me what theatre show, and so was Nick Burnley, but I can't remember what one it was. Now David Banks, David Thomas, midfielder, Coventry City. Nick Solvin, midfielder. I spelled midfield wrong. Midfielder. And Jordan Henderson, midfielder, Liverpool. So that's my whole reserve. So I've got 11 reserves there. I don't know how many reserves you're supposed to have in a football team, but it's because it's called a reserves team. So I thought you have reserves and you have the 5 players. Well, you can have about 7 players on substitutes, which I know of football. So that's pretty good for someone who doesn't really know a lot about football. So that's my team, guys. I'll let you look one more time. They've had lots of goals between them all. That's my team. I'll show you from down to top to bottom. So it's a 3-4-3 we kick off with. They're the substitutes. You can pause it if you want to look. I'll just show you again. So you can look for yourself. I don't have John Pertwee to the second team because I've got quite a lot of people and I can't have all the Doctors on the first team. So that's the team, guys. If you could do it any better, because I couldn't find anyone else really, I need a midfielder. To build a proper football team, don't make one up. Say you got striker. Make a proper, real football team. Leave it like a tweet or leave it as a tweet or send me, a link. I'll leave the link down below for this page. I'll link down for my Twitter, and I always leave the link for the page, the actual real page of my, Facebook page. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. If you could even do it on, because I'm pointing at my TV now, if you could even do it on real FIFA, with their first names, I'd like to see your team, just send me a picture or send me, who you'd put, leave that down in the comments who you'd put. So leave that, like the video and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. That's John 5-2. And this took me for a while. It did take me a month, but I had to find the players. And I didn't do it all at once. So it took me about, I think, 2 weeks. Because I haven't been focusing just on this. But I couldn't really find anything else. But I did put myself in there. So that's a bit of an easy let go. So thank you guys for watching. And goodbye for now. Goodbye.